And we have reached the final regular season race of the 2018 season. It's round 7, heat number 3. AKDRONES, SMOC FPV, FpvDrift, and FpvFree out there putting their quads up on this beautiful Alaska autumn afternoon. It's just a great day to enjoy just being out here and what's around us here. So they're going to get their drones set up on the podiums there and make their way back to the flight line momentarily.
AKDRONES.
And so the dog pack begins to grow before the end of the season race. Here we've got a few more, and we'll actually have a real dog pack on our hands out there. We got 4 pilots back up at the line, getting their stuff put together and getting ready to race. And it's underway. The tone has sounded. We got 4 pilots into the air. 4 pilots racing on this last race in the autumn time season. So it looks like SMOC FPV is doing what he needs to do to get up ahead, and he's going to look for those 10 points to keep himself in contention to go on to a bonus race. Anything less than that, it's all sewn up. At the same time, you don't want to go too hard and end up in the ground and miss it. So SMOC right now in first, 33.043. Their strategy in every sport, drone racing, is not to be excluded. Waiting for the next pilot to come through the gates here now.
FpvFree in second.
It's FpvFree. And just behind him, FpvDrift making his way to the gates as well. AKDRONES still on his first lap out there at the split S. Into the corkscrew he goes. SMOC FPV tallying his second lap at a time of 34.404. About a second slower than his previous one there.
AKDRONES in fourth.
Everybody's still in the air on this one. So far, a clean race. SMOC FPV now coming into the corkscrew along with FpvDrift. So a couple of them in about the same place at the same time. FpvDrift goes a bit wider than SMOC, and all danger of collision has been averted. SMOC now through the gate in first with 10 seconds left in this race. SMOC will need to finish his lap in order to go on to the bonus round there. A little bit of contact out there. I didn't see who it was. And that is it. The bell has sounded on the last race of the regular season. Everybody out here on the track will need to finish their lap to gain their points to have that in the books for them on the season. In the corkscrew, there's a few pilots out there right now, so a little bit of danger out there with people meeting places, and it will be FpvFree finishing before SMOC, but SMOC actually will be in first, being a lap up on him, and indeed we will go to a race-off. So let's not finish that season just yet. We got to have just a little bit more drama in this season before we call it a day. FpvDrift is out there on the track still, along with AKDRONES, who's up in the air as well.
AKDRONES in fourth. AKDRONES.
So AKDRONES finishes it all up, and that is the race. And there's the results, round 7, heat number 3 at SMOC. SMOC FPV indeed winning that race. 10 points he gets, sending a race off. We'll talk about that in just a second. FpvFree and FpvDrift each finishing their races respectively with 6 and 4 points. AKDRONES also finishing a race. I think that was the first one he finished today as well, so he'll add some points to the board as well. The race day standings end up like this. FPV Maverick with the win there. It's Hazard FPV and SMOC now in a tie for second. The only way to decide that is to go into a race-off. So we will indeed have that momentarily.